the temptation to keep playing, even though the rewards are done, isn't that the definition of addiction?
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's continuing a behavior even though it's not rewarding you anymore.
Mm.
So to me, that's what making money is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game that I've decided to stop playing because I got enough. But this could apply to anything. Somebody who wanted to be a successful musician. Oh, there's a great Gautier.
Gautier.
I think that's how they pronounce it. You didn't have to cut me out. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. That guy, one-hit wonder, Gautier from Australia. That was his stage name.
Uh-huh.
And he did a beautiful thing as he has retired that stage name. He's like, there, did it. I had a massive number one hit. I don't want to keep singing that song for the rest of my life. There is no more Gautier. So now he's just back to his legal name, and he's the drummer and singer in a band called The Basics. And he retired Gautier. He stepped away.
Mm-hmm.
Jacinda Ardern, the most recent Prime Minister of New Zealand,
mm-hmm.
after 6 years, felt that she had had enough. And she quit. Instead of going through the process of running for re-election, she quit kind of midterm and just said, that's enough. I'm feeling full. I'm feeling spent. Serena Williams, I think,
mm-hmm.
Quit instead of going longer than she should have. She quit after, I think, 27 years, and that was enough. She hit her point that was enough. Cameron Diaz, I suddenly, after watching There's Something About Mary
mm-hmm.
with my kid, said, I wonder whatever happened to her. And I looked up and saw that she was the 5th highest grossing actress in America, the highest paid Hollywood actress over 40, and then she'd had enough. And so she just quit to do other things.
I should interview her.
Yeah.
I love those stories. I mean, she would probably not say yes, but I mean, those stories are fascinating to me. People are just like, yep, goodbye.
Because I think there's something really admirable about the personal challenge of making yourself do something else.
Mm-hmm.
That most of us stay in the game for too long.
Mm-hmm.
So I really admired that Jacinda Ardern did that when politicians are known for trying to hold on to power as long as they can, right? Until they're forcibly removed and kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
I really admire that she did that. I was super, super influenced by Felix Dennis's book called How to Get Rich.
Which I just have to say, it's definitely not suitable for family listening, but the audiobook is exceptional. I think it's Roy McMillan who's the narrator. And I know that because I looked it up because I was so impressed by the narrator.
Oh.
But just listen. Anyway, I just went to second.
How's it not suitable? Does it just
well,
hurt?
I mean, look, you have a very particular, you have different orientation on these things, but most parents probably don't want to listen to an audiobook that's like, yeah, and then I spent all the money on Coke and horrors.
Okay, that's what I thought you were referring to. Yeah, that is one specific thing, but that's so wonderful that he admitted that.
It's funny for that reason, right? Because he's so candid.
Yeah.
In a way that you would not normally find in most books like this. Unapologetic on other things. Yeah. The whole thing is refreshingly unusual.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I love that book.
Okay, so I interrupted them.
No, it was great. And I read that at a key time. It was right about the time that we met, like 2008. I was just selling CDBaby. And I was suddenly, coming into more money than I could ever spend in a lifetime. And just about that time, I read Felix Dennis's book, How to Get Rich. And in it, he had this quote that I got ready for our conversation here. He said, if I had my time again, knowing what I know today, I would dedicate myself to making just enough to live comfortably as quickly as I could by the time I was 35. I would then cash out and retire to write poetry and plant trees. So I read that at a key fork in the road moment for me, where I just sold CDBaby, had a ton of money. It's like, what to do now? And I read this book from this filthy rich old man being entirely honest. And I thought I should just learn from his experience.
Yep.
And so I took his lesson to heart. And I said, all right, Felix Dennis said if he could do it all again, he would just retire and write poetry and plant trees. And I haven't planted any trees yet, but it's kind of what I'm doing. So if what I'm doing seems weird, it's because I took his advice to heart and I've kind of quit the game. So I think here's how we can summarize it, is to say that most people, I think, go by the inner compass that says, I'm really good at this game, so I should keep playing. But I think we should all entertain the idea We could say, I'm really good at this game, so I should stop playing.